In order for you to stop making excuses for yourself and stop feeling so much self-pity, you have to first recognize the fact that you are making excuses for yourself, which is often something that we don't want to do because we reflect and tell ourselves that we're not genuinely making excuses for ourselves due to the justification process that we went through to allow that excuse to happen in real life. We allow that excuse to be the reason why we don't do the things that we need to do. And that only happens after the justification, oh, this, and this is the reason why I can't do it today. So, you know what? I'll do it later, or I'll do it tomorrow. Those are the excuses we come up with. But the only problem in these excuses is they do keep us extremely stagnant. We don't grow from making excuses. Excuses have never helped us in any way, shape, or form. But they also affect, it's a self-imposing harm to ourselves to allow excuses to take place and genuinely exist in real life and not just in our head. Because at the end of the day, we're never going to stop being able to have excuses come to our head. It's always going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. It's whether you follow through or not. It's whether you have the discipline to follow through on the things you need to do versus, conforming to that self-conscious in your head that's telling you all the reasons why you don't need to do, the processes in your life that will catapult you to the next stage. So when you allow these things to take place, it elongates your journey from being successful from where you are now to your successful person, your successful self. This whole entire process here just gets longer and longer and longer every time you follow through on the excuses that you make. Once you're able to recognize all these points and realize that before you fall into the conformity of your self-conscious, you will have second thoughts of even taking excuses. You'll have the thought of the excuse, and then you'll have second thought on whether you should follow through with it or not, instead of just going with whatever your mind tells you to do, the delusions our mind tells us to do. So in order for you to get to that point, you just have to remember your why. You have to remember why it is that you're doing what you're doing. Why am I waking up at this certain time, going to do this at this certain time? Why am I doing just your why? Why, what purpose am I trying to get at the end of this? Once you're able to remember all these things, you will be able to put the excuses to the side. See, me, I've always done this, and I've done this since I was a baby. Obviously now I still get excuses that come to my head, but I have more control on whether I'm going to allow it to dictate whether I'm successful or not, and the time span is going to take me. So here's an example of my younger self when I was making very stupid excuses to get out of the things that I needed to do.
Read. There's Ronnie. Say hi.
I'm eating a carrot right now, so I might as well turn you off.
It doesn't matter. You can still read. Ronnie, I'm helping you with your carrot. Read.
Wait 1 minute.
For what?
Ham!
Come on, Ronnie, let's read. happened? You were reading.
I was reading, and then I had to tell you something.
Yes.
My foot got squished while I was reading.
Okay.
And today, my friend, his name is Tricky, at playing football. He threw the ball so hard, and then it fell into my stomach, and it hurts now. That's why I'm not reading that much.
As you can see, I was one to hold very many excuses, no matter how stupid they sounded. It is crazy the extent that I would go to when I was younger, but hey, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. But now every time I have excuses come to my head, I just remember that excuses are just lies that your fears have sold you. They're just delusions your fear of uncertainty is selling you, so you can stay stagnant and not do the things you need to do because you're not sure if it'll work anyway. So why even try? But getting into that topic is a whole different video. So in order for you to develop this habit of getting out of excuses, you have to develop the habit of not allowing the excuse to dictate your future. You have to build the habit of letting the thought come by like a passing car. As in, it comes to your head and then it goes right out. It's like the same thing. It goes right through one ear, out the other. But same idea, but with the head. You have to let the excuse just flow right by. And once you're able to master that, I believe that you have conquered the uses of excuses and you're able to now really become the most successful person that you are destined to be. So, yeah. Thank you for watching and God bless.